Hi guys, Ari's the Legend here. Today I'll be teaching you how to make Minecraft 3D renders in a software called Blender. First, open the link in the description. See, I have it right here. Then this is the rig that we're going to be using to create these renders that are 3D. So this is what it looks like when you're in it, and this is what it looks like after you've rendered it. Pretty nice, huh? Yeah. So here you download the model, which is also the rig, and if you don't have Blender, click this one to get Blender. So now starting off, I already have both, so let's just say that I downloaded it. Now I'm going to open Blender, and here we go. Full screen. Okay, so it starts off with this. That's the Steve skin, and then this is like blueprint thingy. It shows what this skin looks like, and then right now the head looks black, but no worries. Even if it doesn't, you definitely don't have to worry. So yeah, let's click render image. See, it looks fine even with the black thingy. So first, if you don't want to keep this this Steve skin, click image, replace image, and then put in your skin. Mine's in my desktop in a folder called render skin.png. Okay. Now that we have this, we could close this window a little. Let's open this one a little bit more. I guess we could put it farther back. Okay. So to start, well, let's first see what the camera view looks like. See? Now it's showing us what it looks like from the camera's view. Then if we move into back into 3D mode, it won't look like that. But as you see, this is pretty bland. Just he's standing like that. Yeah, so that's my skin. Now to start editing and make him into cool poses, you click this skeleton button. That should make all the bones change into different colors. So now you could position him. Let's start off with his left arm right here. So we first want to position the bone part, the top bone part, to make his arm move around. So let's get, why don't we go into camera mode? Okay. So now we're gonna, instead of just left clicking, that'll drag his arm off. You have to have it selected and then click R to rotate his arm. Now that it's rotated, we could select this bone and then you just right click. And then you left click to save it. So yeah, this is gonna be like a kind of awkward party pose, but it'll still look cool. Now we have to get out of that mode, zoom in. Okay, so again you have to click R and then move the leg. So we're gonna have it actually a little bit forward and then turn this part back. You do the same thing that you did for the arms. It's the way that it works for all of them. Actually, let's have this leg a little bit more spread out. Not like that. Now, you do the same thing for this leg. Let's change sideways view. Now let's move this one up a little. Now that looks like he's in mid-jumping, dancing pose. Except when you're dancing, who has an arm all the way down while the other arm is like going crazy? I don't think so. Maybe you might have that, but this doesn't look too regular, so too normal. So let's do that, and then R, move it up, move that part down a little. Now that looks pretty nice. Let's render it. Also, if you have a Windows computer and you're doing this on a Windows, I have a Mac, you could always just do F12. Doesn't work on my Mac at least, but it might work on yours. Now that you've done that, voila. Okay. So now, to add like colorful ground and things, you have to add planes. First, do Shift A, which will bring up this. It's add, and then you go to mesh, plane. The plane's going to be on the ground, and then you do G to move it around. So I'm going to move it right underneath his legs, not too far underneath, and not too high, so it doesn't cover his legs. He's going to be sort of jumping, so mine's going to be a tiny bit low. lower than his legs. So see, something like this. He's barely off the ground. Now to make it bigger, because if it's like this, it's just not going to look that cool. So to cover up the whole space, you do S for size, and you, how about we do it like this? Do S 100, enter. Now it puts it 100 blocks. Okay, now that you've done that, let's do that again. So you could also just do add down here. Let's see, mesh plane. Now we have a small little plane, and to make it like into a wall kind of thing, you have to open up this window. And then you do rotation. This is the transforming one. So we're gonna change this to 90, I believe. Yeah, that makes it so then it's upright. So then it'll be his wall. Now we just have to move it over a little bit. It's right in between him. Let's put it a little bit behind him. Now we could change the size. Let's do 100. Enter. Okay, now that's pretty nice, right? Let's zoom out. See, it covers all that. Yeah. So now if we rendered it, it would look completely white. Now if you want to change the color, you click on this materials button. Make sure that you're selecting one of the planes. I'm on plane.001, and then you click new to create a new material. Then you change the diffuse color to whatever color you want. How about we do green? This green looks a little... Actually, let's stick with green. I'll do more of a lighter green. A little bit on the dark side, but whatever. Okay. Now that you've done that, you can just try to remember these things. Mine is 0.148, and then 0.8, and then 0.084. So now, if you can't remember, you could always go back, diffuse, 0.148, 0.8, 0.08, right, I believe that's it. Let me just double check, 0.084, yes, okay, pretty nice. Now when you render it, it'll give it a green look, and yeah, isn't that pretty nice? Let's see what we have to change. Looks pretty good, but he doesn't look like a crazy dancer. How about we have his legs flying out? That would look pretty nice. Okay. Whoops. Okay, that looks like he's about to go flying. Woo! Oh yeah. Now that's a real party pose. We could also turn his head a little if we feel like it. Oh yeah. And then you could also mess with some of these things if you want it to be if you want it to look better. So yeah, right now it's only 5 samples. If we made it more, it'll take a longer time to render. How about we try 22? But it's gonna look a lot nicer. See, it renders much more slowly, but it's gonna look nicer. Sorry to keep you waiting, but it won't be too long. And yeah, you could choose how much you want to render it, and it keeps on getting nicer. So yeah, that looks good. I'm just gonna work on the shadow a little bit more, but yeah, that's pretty much how to make a basic Minecraft 3D renderer in awesome software called Blender. Yep, it rhymes, and I hope that you learned a lot in this tutorial. Thanks. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this. Once again, I hope you learned a lot in this.